If you've ever been disrespected at work, underestimated, or pushed to your limits by someone who thought they could get away with anything, this one's for you. Hit that like button, subscribe for more real-life revenge justice, and get ready for Let Me Take You Back About 10 Years, to a time when I was the newbie at a mid-sized company where the office fridge had a reputation. I had just joined, eager to fit in, eager to prove myself. I was still adjusting to the rhythm of the place, new faces, new systems, new routines. But there was one thing I didn't expect to become a recurring nightmare. My lunch. My lovingly prepared homemade lunch kept vanishing. At first, I second-guessed myself. Maybe I forgot to bring it? Did I leave it in the car? But when I found my containers empty in the trash, or worse, half-eaten and shoved back in the fridge like some kind of sick joke, the truth hit hard. Someone was stealing my food, and not just once. It became a pattern, twice a week, at least. My lunch was gone, and I was left eating from the vending machine or skipping meals altogether. It was humiliating, degrading. And when I quietly brought it up to coworkers, I was met with knowing glances and low murmurs. Oh, yeah, that guy. He's been doing it for years. Turns out it wasn't just random, it was him. Let's call him Brad. Brad was the kind of guy who treated the office like his personal playground. Loud, arrogant, misogynistic as hell. The type who'd make crude jokes in the break room, always with a smug little smirk, like he thought he was untouchable. And somehow, despite the complaints, the HR warnings, and the whispers behind his back, management never did a damn thing. He was a problem. Everyone knew it, but nobody stopped him. And to Brad, I was just another easy target. A quiet new woman in the office, someone who wouldn't make waves. Boy, was he wrong? At first, I tried the logical route. I labeled my food. I moved it to the back of the fridge. I even put a sticky note on the container that said, "Do not touch." Nothing worked. Brad didn't care. So I did something unexpected. You see, I had something he didn't. Time and pettiness. Delicious, slow-burning, cold-served pettiness. First, I switched to bringing decoy lunches. Things I purposely packed and put in the fridge as bait. Meanwhile, I quietly ate my real lunch. Sandwiches, protein bars, fruit, things I could keep at my desk. For 2 weeks, I watched him. He never spoke to me directly, never looked guilty. He just kept helping himself to what he thought was mine. That's when I got inspired. One day, I started casually talking to coworkers in the break room about a new wellness trend I was trying. I told them, and Brad, that I had recently started collecting my menstrual blood and using it in my meals. I said it casually, like it was the most normal thing in the world. Oh yeah, I smiled. It's a spiritual cleanse. Nutrient-rich, you know? Hormonal balance, ancient wisdom, all that. You should have seen Brad's face. He looked like he'd just swallowed a bug. But I didn't stop there. I showed a video on my phone. Yes, a fake video I'd edited together of myself preparing the decoy lunch. It showed me holding a menstrual cup, looking straight at the camera as I tipped its contents into a stew pot and stirred lovingly. Brad saw it. He didn't say a word. He went pale, quiet, and then he left the break room. I never outright accused him. Never said, "Hey Brad, I know you've been eating my food." I just made sure that he knew what he might have been eating. And then, silence. The next day, he didn't show up to work, or the next, or the one after that. In fact, Brad took a full week off, and when he finally returned, he avoided the break room like it was radioactive. Nobody's lunch went missing after that, not mine, not anyone's. The fridge became safe again. The funny part? It wasn't even real. I never put anything in the food. Nothing dangerous, nothing disgusting. But Brad didn't know that. The mental image was enough to haunt him. Although, there's a chance he might have eaten a BH. The best part? I never broke a rule, never raised my voice, never filed a complaint. I just used his arrogance against him, turned the office gossip into psychological warfare. Brad, the arrogant, sexist, food-stealing jerk, was finally